best parts of hanging out with these guys without the hangover.
Well, here we are.
Hey, look, somebody's head is all bright and shiny today.
It
You got
sure
more of a
is.
glisten than usual.
Well, I did a spa treatment yesterday.
Yeah? From
Yeah.
the inside out?
Well, it kind of feels like it. I am currently experiencing what I will refer to as a cleanse.
Because you drank so much whiskey that you're shitting water?
I wish it was water.
Wait, an actual? Oh, you wish it was water?
Yeah.
It's a matter of radioactive sludge turning flushed turtles into beloved heroes.
It really is.
Nice.
I am we're letting him behind the curtain, but last night was technically, I know the New Year's Eve episode was already up, but we had New Year's Eve last night.
This episode was recorded on January 1st, 2022, the first day of the rest of your lives, or the first day of the last year of this country. Let's find out together, shall we?
Let's find out together as a team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a great show. I had a show last night. It was supposed to be two shows, two different locations. One of them got canceled because apparently the venue didn't advertise the show.
So conceivably due to lack of interest, but most likely you can't have a show if nobody knows it's going on.
Yes. Yeah, because at first I was like, oh man, why did that get canceled? It seemed like a pretty good deal. And the club, because it was Mason City Limits, we had our 8 p.m. show.
Oh, this was the second show that you were talking about last time where you weren't entirely certain where it was.
Yeah.
So people had to just find you after leaving City Limits and just chase you down to the second venue.
Yes, that's
Very
it.
good. Well, that would have been fruitless, apparently, because you knew where the fuck it was.
Because all I did was come off stage and drink whiskey. And show was great last night. Had a blast. Mason City Limits is still my favorite comedy club. I love it, and the owner Chris is great. But we had Jeff Gavednik, who is a guitar comic and just an all-around great funny dude, and me and Jeff Bailey, who's out of Peoria, and Jeff is a sweetheart of a man and just funny as fuck. And so I was having a great time. I had a couple beers before I went on stage. Just had a good old show, just a great fun with the crowd. And then Jeff went up to close it out, and I started in because I'm like, well, I'm off work. And
did you know the second show was not going to be happening at this point?
I found out Wednesday.
Oh, okay. So days before. I love that an actual venue did less. Like street theater would have had more of a draw. At least there's people walking around. You can't just open the door and hope somebody walks past and have a barker going, "Hey, you want to come? Do you have any plans for New Year's Eve that you haven't fulfilled yet?
Right.
Comedy?
Come on in." But like this place was supposed to be doing like a catered dinner and then the show, and it was, so Chris and John Kirby, who is a comic, had set it all up through the club, but it's supposed to be Lincoln, Illinois.
Check out John Kirby. Comedian Larry Smith says he's a comic. Come see him on stage. He's male.
He is a man.
You ever see a man wearing a shirt on a stage by himself? Come on out and see Mr. Kirby.
Have you ever seen a gentleman talk into a microphone while wearing pants?
John Kirby. He does it for a while.
He does it until we tell him to stop.
In that regards, he's exactly like Richard Pryor. I don't know this gentleman at all.
No. But they had done some, social media advertising. They'd given the venue a bunch of flyers, said tell everybody that comes in about it, give them a flyer, we'll put them next to put them up on your beer coolers, do this, that, and the other, really push the show. And John went in to check on Tuesday or maybe I think it was Tuesday. Went in, and so I guess small town Illinois, so bear with it. It's beautiful. It is in the front is like liquor store, but in the back is like this banquet venue.
Okay.
Further
back behind that's an orthodontist and a petting zoo. Come on down.
Most likely.
Bring your kids with the fucked up teeth. Get bombed while you wait.
And then let them play with a goat.
Force them to play with it.
That's what the dentist does to drum up business. Well, we got those teeth fixed, but the goat knocked out 4 more, so we gotta do some implants.
Goat's got nothing on the Nintendo Switch, man. Kids don't give a shit. I'd rather play Mario than look at this beast with the demon eyes. Thank you very much. Eat it corn niblets. What do you want from me? Waffle cone? What am I doing?
Am I supposed to put it in my pocket? Am I not supposed to put it in my pocket? What's this goat going to do to me?
I tell you what, man, if this was 1983, you'd be onto something. But what the fuck are we doing at the orthodontist pet zoo?
But yeah, he went in. The guy behind the counter, John, looked at him and goes, "Hey, I heard there was a comedy show in town on New Year's Eve. Do you know anything about it?" And he's like, the guy behind the counter who has the flyers right next to him. This is his response. "Yeah, I heard something about that." And John was like, "Cool. Do you know where it is?" And he's like, "Nah."
He doesn't even know that there's a room behind there.
Probably not. So the next day, John calls the owner and was like, "What's in?" The owner was like, "I guess we'll just cancel then." It's like, what the fuck? Love it. I love it.
I was gonna phone it in, but my thumb was tired, so I just shoved it up my ass and canceled everything.
That's what I call my sticking it up my ass. My thumb's sleeping bag.
I'm assuming that was a pro bono show then. Like you weren't like gonna get paid for it.
No, it was gonna be paid for. Yeah, it was pay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it was. But John was just like, "Okay, yeah, I guess we won't do it. Fuck you too." But anyway, the show at the club went very well. God, it was fun. Audience was great. Chris is amazing. He after the show was done and the crowd had left, he'd been running upstairs because he lives above the club. Like our dream always was.
Yeah.
We will never have to leave. And it comes down carrying guacamole and homemade enchiladas. And he was like, "Here," and feeding the comics, which is something that he tends to do. And I was like, "Awesome. Great." I also made a mistake because, I do enjoy the leafy greens on occasion.
Oh, so you attacked your colon 3 ways from Sunday.
No, well, by leafy greens, I mean
weed.
Yeah. And a buddy of mine was there.
That's how fucking square I am.
I was
You
trying
said leafy greens, I'm immediately like, I want ranch dressing. Do you like poppy seed?
So it was kale. You had some kale and spinach. No.
It's arugula. In the UK they call it rocket. I think that's cooler.
But my buddy was like, "Hey, try this." Now, here's the thing. My buddy has some medical issues, so he has medical grade marijuana.
Okay. So actual medical issues. That's not, okay, you're not about to tell me that he just like sits in the corner and just plays with his nipples all day or something.
Well, he does, but that's just for pleasure, not because of any issue.
Not connected. Gotcha.
I was like, sure. He didn't tell me that was his medical grade marijuana that he uses to help with his appetite and to quote unquote feel something.
Oh my God.
So I did more than I should have.
Good.
And I became a fucking eating machine.
I say more than you should have. Sounds like any. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have done any.
This
is weapons grade shit. What does it do? It cures lupus and regrows brain stems. Oh my god.
Sweet. I could use some of that right now.
Give Larry half a spliff and fucking feed him these enchiladas.
Yeah. Well, and that's and then came home and I was like, I'm still hungry. So Nick made a pizza. And then I drank a half a bottle of vodka along with that, a good portion of that pizza. And now today, my guts are just like everybody out. Everybody out. We got to clear this.
You do have rosy cheeks, a big white beard, and your belly's doing something like a bowl full of jelly. So Kringle rides again.
Yeah,
he rides slowly and preferably not over cobblestone, but he rides again.
Yeah. The only thing I'm riding right now is this office chair and my toilet. That's it.
So it's a matter of ghost rascal.
I am like a Play-Doh fun factory, but there's nothing fun. It's more like a Play-Doh misery factory right now.
The Play-Doh misery factory. Oh my god! It was only sold in Fallujah, only for those few months. It was not branded well.
Not a big seller, but do what you got to do. I'm
just picturing something where you like pushed out on a lever, just guts are coming out of like that guy who was on the front of the game Operation, but shit just exploding out of him. It's the misery factory. Huh. Well, if you think that's bad, we almost did the Play-Doh hellscape. That was going to be really weird.
That did market slightly better than the Play-Doh visit to Cleveland. So.
Nothing really goes on here. No, not much. If you wait 8 months, the leaves will turn. Well, this is fucking shit. Thank you very much.
So yeah, well, and of course, I ate pizza 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 43. I shouldn't be eating anything at 1 a.m. There was a lot of me waking myself up. I don't want to say that in the middle of the night, in the wee hours of the morning while moaning. I woke myself up moaning because my guts were on fire. There was one point I got up, went to go find the Rolaids, got one, got some water in me. I looked down and I looked like I had swallowed a beach ball.
Spectacular.
Yeah. I was just like, oh, great. Yep. We're not getting good sleep today because we forgot that we are 43 and abused ourselves for a good portion of those 43 years.
Good.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not good for me. It's a good reminder. It's a good reminder that maybe I need to make
You want to be reminded of nothing good? Live your life the way you have been. It'll be great every morning. Every morning it'll be an adventure and a possible new bathroom reconstruction.
Yeah, I almost had to close that wing of the house down for a little bit.
Dude, back up on my feet. I'm gonna just destroy myself. I've never been more regular in my life. I don't drink liquor anymore. My diet is spectacular. I've been hobbling around on a walker for 6 weeks. I've lost weight. I've gained pecs. I've lost weight. Now, admittedly, a lot of that weight is in my right leg. You were on crutches twice for 8 weeks at a time, correct?
Yeah.
So the atrophy in your injured leg at the time, was that like ridiculously noticeable?
Oh yes.
I was not prepared for it. This is my right leg now is just soup. It's a bag of soup.
Yes.
It is so freakishly noticeable. Like, I don't need to wear the brace. Like, I'm 1 week away from actually being able to try to put weight on it. We're still like not weight bearing, almost a little over 6 weeks in, actually. Yeah, it'll be 7 weeks. But I just noticed it yesterday. I like lifted up my leg and it looks normal, but as soon as you lift it up, everything's just sagging. My right leg has aged 30 fucking years in 7 weeks.
Mine looked like a child's leg. Now, granted, I was in my late teens for the first one and my early 20s for the second knee. And both times I was just like, that's a baby's leg. Look at that. Look at that little baby's leg. What am I supposed to fucking do with this thing?
I don't know. How long is it going to take to get this back? Because my left leg now is I always I never had chicken legs. Actually, from 20 plus years of bartending, my legs are the only thing on me with any muscle tone typically.
Right.
But now my left leg's been doing all the work for everything. So that one's swollen up, and my right leg went, guess what? We quit. We don't want to play anymore.
I am sleepy. Hey, speaking of bags of things, did you know you can buy a bag of lemonade from Red Robin?
A bag of like powder?
Nope. It is straight up a bag of lemonade.
Well, that was the most interesting transition I've ever been a part of.
Just made me think of it. I was like, oh shit.
My leg's wasting away to nothing. You want a bag of lemonade from Red Robin? You mean like Milk in Canada bag of lemonade?
Yes, it's a plastic bag. It's a gallon of lemonade in a plastic bag, like a shopping sack. It's like they just went to Walmart and they're like, I don't know, tie it tight.
They hand you a bladder of lemon sugar water.
Yes, it is. It's a bladder and very slappable. Very slappable.
Did you do this? Did you go over to somebody's house and they want, here, you want some bag lemonade? Or
No, we decided we didn't want to cook Thursday night, and Nick was like, let's just do Red Robin. We'll just DoorDash Red Robin. Cool.
Get yourself some burgers and a satchel of beverage.
Well, because we were like, yeah, because there's this some prickly pear lemonade that is pretty good, not too sweet. It's good. It's a good mixer.
Brand, or is it made from actual cactus?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't think it's made from. It's not made from actual anything, but it's more. It's not as sweet as your normal lemonade. And so we were gonna just get 2 cups. She's like, it's actually more cost effective if we buy the bag of lemonade. And I was like,
you buy the saddle bag full.
Yep, we get the old timey bladder of lemonade. It's fantastic.
Now, it took me forever to figure this out. When you buy, now, how did you deal with it? Because I actually watched this. In Canada, milk comes in said bag. But what they do is every home in Canada apparently has like a big plastic pitcher. You just put the whole bag inside of the pitcher and just snip off one of the little corners, so you can just pick it up and pour. You don't even take it out of the bag. Did you just Capri Sun this big bitch, or what did you go through this?
It's got a cap on it, like what is on the bottles of antifreeze.
So is this like the inside of a box of wine kind of bladder?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's very similar to that. Very similar to that. It is.
They gave you some way to get into it.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I've looked at it. There's about half a gallon of lemonade left and about a half a bottle of vodka. And I'm thinking of just pouring.
Is this a gallon bag of lemonade?
Yes.
Jesus fuck.
Yes. It was more cost effective.
Guaranteed to not have any lemons in it.
There's nothing natural about what's in there. They want to say it is. It's not. You can taste it. You're like, that came from they came from the same factory that made the Play-Doh Misery Factory.
Yeah, I'm sure it tastes delicious, but the lemon has not been put into this. Just a whole bunch of guys at some food service lab rubbing it on their fucking gums like a goddamn Coke addict. Yeah. Lemony.
Yeah, somebody just held one up and was like, "This is hello mixture. This is what a lemon's supposed to be. Lemon mixture. No, we're not using you in there. We can't afford that. That's very expensive."
They brought in 10 more people that were at your second show to taste it and go, "What is that?" And if 3 of them said lemonade, they sell it to you.
I'm good with that. That's science. I trust the science.
Damn, I was making lemonade last night. I'm still pissing in the stolen urinal from because I can't hobble to the bathroom. The worst, there's ups and downs. The up is obviously I'm allowed to take a leak right next to the bed without having to go to the bathroom. My beautiful wife is eliminating scent in the morning, every day, because I'm 43. There is waking up to take a piss. The worst part, feeling it warm up in your hands when you're half asleep.
Yes.
That will wake you up. That's the only warmth that doesn't lull me to sleep. That just makes me go, you're pissing right next to your hand. Remember, there's carpet. Do this correctly. You don't want a little dribble. Because you can't explain that away.
Yeah, no, I remember that. It was so off-putting while you're holding the bottle and it's just filling up,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh, this came from the inside of me.
The same temperature as fucking coffee.
Yeah.
Just, oh God, it's 98.6 of awful.
Yeah. Al, and especially if like when you're still on the heavy medication, I'm, at the beginning and your body's processing it and it just comes out looking like some type of old school Gatorade color.
It just oozes, bro.
Yeah, it's thick. It's like syrup when it comes out.
I'm gonna miss that when it's gone. When I can actually walk again. I don't think that her dumping my nightly piss is gonna be cute anymore.
No.
It's not gonna be part of her choring.
No, that's it. You could be on your feet. Now get your ass up.
Well, it's gonna be forever. But my right leg can bear no weight. Even when it's like when I can, it has no muscle tone to it. I'm gonna be listening to porch for fucking 2 months. Gonna take a header right into the wall and piss myself before anything. I'm like, yeah, you wish you would have let me piss in that Gatorade bottle now that you stole from the goddamn. What are we gonna do with that? She's looked at me. She said, "What are we gonna do with this when you don't need it anymore? Like, we're keeping it?
Bronzing it? Can we bronze that?
I don't know. Something. I had no. You might find this interesting. I did not think that far ahead in this particular case.
Anybody surprised? I would like, if there's anyone surprised by that, please email us at singularignoretopic@gmail.com.
Speaking of which, are we still sponsored?
We are still sponsored by spliffsociety.org.
Spliff Society. Holy hell. Do you know it's been
I,
almost a year?
Yeah, it has been. And I was pushing their products last night. I was like, you think this is good? You should try some toasted, all natural palm leaf spliffs.
For real. Check out spliffsociety.org. Has it actually been almost a year? I honestly don't remember.
I think it has.
Oh, very good. Check out the boys over at spliffsociety.org. They're spectacular people with a spectacular product, and they are giving money to a charity of your choosing. There's a lot of really good causes on there, but the products are great. Be sure to use Zig and Larry promo code at the end to get yourself a discount and get some groovy shit. Some of those artisanal spliffs with no glue and no
bullshit.
That's correct. There's nothing unnatural binding those bastards together. Nice little filter in there as well, made out of the same palm leaves, rolled by artisans. And there's a bunch of other swag on there too. I think that they have dick sleeves now.
Do they have dick sleeves now?
I think that they have dick sleeves now.
I think you're right. I think that was like part of the new rollout. So
I might have just been fucking a beer koozie. I'm not certain.
Did you fill it full of Jello?
And it doesn't say Spliff Society on it. I've been fucking my beer koozies, and I just didn't know how to tell you.
Well, the easiest way to do it is just like pulling off a Band-Aid, just all at once. Just
I don't know how to make Jello.
SpliffSociety.org. Catch the fever.
Raw dog your koozie.
Raw dog a koozie.
For real, check them out.
Anything? Oh, dude, did I tell you that I fucked up real bad?
We've started several conversations in the last 25 years with that sentence. Yes. Yeah. You want to get something from the fucking vault, or you want to tell me a new one?
I'm gonna tell you a new one. A new Larry fucks up.
My dick in my hand. Let's do it.
So I carry my little comedy notebook, and it's usually a little memo pad, ring binder, and all that. This little guy fits in my pocket. Well, your old buddy Crunk Kringle came home one night, emptied his pockets except for his comedy notebook.
Oh, did we wash her?
We did, and it disintegrated.
Ooh, yeah.
So now, he will hate me for calling him out, but your buddy Gideon is a very thoughtful kid, and got me a new notebook, like a nice one.
What a guy!
Yeah, it's like hardcover. Yeah, and it still fits in my pocket. It's really nice. Used it last night. But man, I was distraught when Nick had to tell me. It was like I was right about to leave to go to the dentist because they had to cut my face some more.
Whatever the fuck it is they're doing for money. Yeah,
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know me either.
I don't know. What are you doing? They don't tell me what they're doing anymore. I just show up. They get in there. They cut some stuff. They sew it back shut. they
and
tell
they
me,
upsell you for next week.
yeah, it's dentistry is the only medical field that has not made advancements since the 1400s.
Please, no, go ahead.
I was saying, we still just, what can we do about it? Well, I guess we got to pull it. Do we gotta? Yeah. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna pull it? It's gonna be easy. No, I'm just gonna stand on your chest and grab these channel locks and vice grips and go to twisting on your head. Oh, great, cool.
Though, in all honesty, we rip on the dentist a lot, but because I have had to go, you've had to go recently. But for real, if there are any dentists listening who are our fans, but from the bottom of my heart, fucking knock it off. Just stop. You know what you're doing, and it's 60% necessary.
Yeah,
40%. Your degree was expensive, and so is rent.
Yeah,
I mean, they did the same thing to you that I'm having to take my dog in next week. He's losing another one, the poor little bastard. But you know what?
Well, I told them, I was like, no, this is still a good tooth, right? And he was like, yeah, but I said, just do the crown. Let's just do the crown. And he was like, well, but if we did the implant, I'm like, no, we're not.
No.
Do not do that again. Can you save the tooth? Yeah, I can save the tooth. It's gonna take some. Okay, then why don't we just do that, Chief? But yeah, I've got stitches because they had to lengthen the tooth and cut into the gum. So I got stitches in my mouth right before Christmas, and I was like, any restrictions? And he was like, we'll only eat soft meat.
What?
Like, soft.
What does that leave
meat?
out? Jerky and yeah, help me out.
Well, and he was like, hamburger that's already like loose hamburger, and he's handed. I was like, it's right before Christmas. My wife is making a 5-pound ribeye roast. You think I'm not going to eat that? And he was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't. I would just stick with the soft food. And I was like, I would have not put stitches in my face right before. I think I already busted like 2 of the stitches.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just annoying.
Meat. I know there's a lot of comedy in a dentist telling you something about soft meat.
Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy soft meat. I'm like, what is even soft meat?
I don't know. I don't know why I can't grab it. Email me at zigandlarry@topic@gmail.com with your jokes about dentists telling you to eat soft meat. And it can't be a dick joke. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
It can't be a dick joke.
That's too low hanging.
The best one will be spoken on the air in, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something.
There we go.
Probably. If I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do it if you think about it. I'm still responding to every email, every single one.
Let's see. Any other update? Oh, I will. Oh, yeah. So that's what I was saying. I was distraught.
About the no hard meats.
No, about the comedy notebook getting wrecked.
That's where we started.
Yeah, and so but poor Nicole was like trying to console me, and I was just like, just give me 15 minutes to be completely pissed off. I was like, you don't need to. You are so cool, and I love you, but I'm just gonna be really pissed off for about 10-15 minutes, and then I'll get over it. And she was like, okay, cool. And so I was about 10-15 minutes, and then started laughing at myself because I am super regimented. When I walk in the door, I always check all my pockets. Everything goes in the bowl up on top of the whatever, the storage thing right next to the door. The way I always know where it is. And boy, oh boy, did I fuck that up. But I was like, you know what? This gives me an opportunity to kind of redo some stuff, reset some stuff, write some new stuff, see how that fits in. I could build back, I can build it back. I had fortunately some good sets recorded that I went over to be like, okay, yep, I remember, here's how my set goes and here's how this works. And so it was, it was nice. But
so there was actually like sets in there, or it wasn't just like just random thoughts that could be a bit?
Both.
I was, because how many? Okay, that sucks. I was gonna ask you, like, if there's actual like worked out bits in there, that's a fucking That sucks. If it was just like a random thought generator, like how much of that was real? I'm sure there's a lot of gold in there, but you flip over a page and your writing's a little bit lopsided because you had one too many pops, and it just says something like Seth Green's a nightmare, and there's a vampire in his pants, and you're like, what does this mean? I don't know, but it meant something at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, there was a lot of that, but there were set lists of because when I do a set list, I just do like one or two words to kind of remind me, here's what the joke is and how this lines up. So there were a lot of set lists and a lot of like reworked sets. So like, okay, well, I tried this new joke. I think it would work better over here if we move this here, and let's put this over here. And so there was a lot of notes to myself of, okay, this worked, and this is why I think this didn't work. Maybe try this next time. I mean, it was just all the work, because I keep notes in my phone. If I've got an idea, I'll jot notes in my phone, but the work actually happens in that notebook. That way I can look at it. But it was 10 minutes. It really was 10 minutes of being so pissed off at myself. And then just being like, fuck it, just do it better. You got an opportunity to not be tied to that material and go back through the old stuff. Go, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's write something new. Let's do this. Let's do that. And it was a lot. So I did a lot of new stuff last night, and it was a lot of fun. And
I like when you have to force a bright side on yourself.
Yes.
I've done all this work and now it's gone. What's the upside? It's an opportunity to, I don't know, not kill myself. That's just fucking, it's just little games that we play with ourselves. You know what I mean? Well, the games that I play with myself is just tweezers and one nut hair at a time.
Yeah.
But that's, I call that Pong. I think I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah. That's, all day today I've been playing battle shits. So.
You stunk my battleship.
There it is. There we got the tagline. Bob Milton Bradley, give us a call. We're ready to go.
I've had to play that game at my house to the point where every time I go for the plunger, it looks at me like anthropomorphically. It says, "What the fuck did you do this time?" That would have worked if I could have gotten that fucking word out.
I'm just proud that you did. I don't know if I have the ability today.
Oh God, I should have just ridden that one to the fucking ground. Jesus Christ. That would have worked. I wish I had a comedy notebook to write that down.
I'll send you one, buddy.
Thank you. What am I going to do with it? I mean, I can go out on the porch and scream at the passersby.
Well, that's ambush comedy. Go for it.
I learned last night, since this is New Year's Day, fireworks are a real big thing around these parts on New Year's Eve, and not very, let's say, unsanctioned. I'm amazed nobody blew up.
I'm sure somebody blew up. It's Florida.
There are big bada booms all around the bay that I live on right here. I'm sure somebody had to jump in.
I'm sure. I'm sure somebody was on fire at some point, screaming, "Hey, Clem, look at me! Oh shit!" And then into the drink.
I did see that once when I was a kid. It was fucking phenomenal. A little hometown that I lived in was on a river. It was on the Illinois River, and you go down to, there's a park that's on the river on the bank there, and it was really sloped up and kind of like made for a perfect like Coliseum like stadium seating, and people would go like with picnic blankets and watch. Across the river, halfway across, decently far enough away from the people, was a little island, and people, city workers or whoever they got that year, would set up over there. They throw the fireworks display up, and everybody laughed and shit and cheered. But one year, sure as shit, one of the fucking rednecks in my town did something wrong and was obviously covered in gasoline and I'm guessing whiskey. And you just saw somebody like light up like it was a fucking B movie from the 90s, run in a circle covered in flame and just jump in the river. He didn't really get terribly hurt, but what was awful is you hear all the rednecks in my hometown who just watch it go 3, 2, 1, and all at once just cheer. Because that was the best. Like, you don't have to do the big finale anymore. Roger Dunkel just fucking ignited himself and jumped his ass in the Illinois.
we got more fireworks back here. No, we're good. We saw Roger nearly die. That's
And
good
that-
enough for
that was
us.
on the 4th of July. Every 4th of July weekend, we had the carnival come to town. It's like everybody gave up at that point. Like, well, we'll go around the Tilt-A-Whirl again. Then what are we going to see now? Lights in the sky? We just saw Dunkel kill himself. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. This
No.
is long before. This is back when satellite TV had a dish the size of your fucking house. You know what I mean? There's nothing else to do but watch Dunkel kill himself.
The best part, he lived and he did it again next year. He felt obligated to do it again.
He found his calling.
Nah, boys, just light me on fire. Cover me in cooking grease. Light me on fire. It's what the kids want. And I can't disappoint them kids.
He actually has a tin jug in his kitchen. It says cooking grease, spelled with a K on it. The K's in the word grease somehow.
It's Roger. He's got one skill, and it's lighting himself on fire and not dying.
It's a huge back tattoo. It just says eyebrows are for pussies, which is an interesting take.
Oh, hey, you want to talk about something?
What have we been doing?
Good point. All right, well, have a good night.
Yeah, what do we got?
So I ran across something. I know we just right before going into 2022, we lost a comedic powerhouse in Betty White. I'm not gonna, Betty was great. I loved Rose. Rose was my favorite character on Golden Girls.
I immediately sent those black and white nudies that she did 75 years ago to 3 people.
Yeah.
They all appreciated them. All of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Sweet piece. Up until the day she died.
PEACE.
If you've been in the Betty White fan club for as long as I have, which is a long time, they sent you special photos, special signed photos, and I gotta be honest with you, her cooter pristine until the day she went.
I tell you what, though, jerking off to old episodes of the Golden Girls is fairly difficult because every time B. Arthur walks on stage, you have to fucking just hide your eyes or just beat your dick back into submission. But if you can get around that, Empty Nest was harder, but more difficult. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean,
but anyway, yeah.
It's not really because B. Arthur's unattractive. It was just my dick always felt ashamed because I knew B's was bigger than mine.
Yeah, fair enough. But Betty, she almost made it to her 100th birthday.
Yep, just shy of
17th this month.
I think it's funny though that she was just like, you know what, not into it. Peace out, and that was it. I think I'm good.
I'm sick of keeping all these fucking giraffes alive.
Yeah. That's it. It's just you people, you're all awful. I'll see you later.
Betty White did say you people too much.
Yeah. And
I'm kidding. She could not have been a sweeter human being from all accounts.
No, she got her own show canceled because they were like, you need to stop having, like, back in the 50s.
Is this true?
Yeah, because they were like, you need to stop having all these black people on your show, and she was like, you can kiss my ass.
Oh, okay. She was okay. I'm like, wait, she was the one who said that. She okay.
We need to get, no, Betty White, White, renowned racist. She's
White was her stage name. She picked it herself.
Well, at first it was Betty White Power, and they were like, that's a little on the nose.
Her middle name was Only.
That's a bummer. But there was a death in December that really didn't get enough attention.
Okay.
And I'm not talking John Madden.
Who gives a shit? I mean, Mrs. Madden.
Mrs. Madden, Madden's kids, the makers of the Madden video games.
I am not too proud to say that I brought myself a cooler of beer since I'm still not allowing myself liquor.
Absolutely. I did a little whiskey and sparkling apple cider.
Ooh.
And by that I mean a lot of whiskey and a little sparkling apple cider.
Came in a bag.
It did. It came in a bag. Everything I buy now, I demand that it is in a bag. But this
called the devil's IV.
This gentleman, he was 83 years old. He was a entrepreneur and a philanthropist,
Okay.
which is different, I found out, than a philanderer.
Difference. Yeah. You
I
found
didn't.
out?
Took me a long time to figure
Okay.
that out. He was originally from Evanston, Illinois. So like for us, us Illinois guys.
Okay. Should I know this? Or I know I'm being set up, but am I going to know this?
Probably not.
Okay, good.
When
so
I
I can
tell
save
you,
myself attempting to guess.
when I tell you, you will know, but you won't know.
Okay.
His name.
Kind of like that spot on my back that I refuse to get checked out at the dermatologist.
Yes.
You will know, but you don't know.
Yeah, and I'm tired of the pictures 3 times a week of you going, "What is this?" And I'm just like, I don't know, just name it and move on. This gentleman's name was this gentleman. I said it so well.
Yeah, you did.
This Geminim Slim Shady. His name is Phil Harvey, not Paul Harvey. And now you know the rest of the story.
Phil Harvey.
Phil Harvey.
I don't think I know who Phil Harvey is. Do I know who Phil Harvey is?
The co-founder and longtime CEO of Adam and Eve.
Okay. I did not know him by name, which you can call bullshit if you want, but I honestly didn't. I know Adam and Eve. I just never looked at their, the corporate structure.
That's one of my kinks. While I'm on Adam and Eve ordering various sized butt plugs and trainers, I have to finish my purchase by looking at the corporate structure and saying thank you, Daddy, every time.
I'm guessing that the more progressive that society gets and the advent of the internet is just crushed their business model. You know what I mean? Like, he was 83. He was a co-founder, you said?
Uh-huh.
So how do you know, in our D+ effort here, do you know when Adam and Eve started, when the company was founded?
Adam and Eve started originally he and his business partner,
it was originally called Marital AIDS. And then
well, they started doing mail order condoms. That was it. They started with mail order condoms.
So you don't have to go down to the druggist and pretend like you want a phosphate.
Yep.
And but what you really need is the intestines of a lamb, I think it was.
Yes,
tied at one end, real good.
tied at one end, tape it down on the other.
So you can make your dick your own mutton sausage and go to town.
Yep, and oopsie doodles. Now we've made chops. I don't know.
Between lambskin rubbers and a woman using the top of a lemon for a diaphragm, there's a lot of babies being made. None of this works.
None of this works. So, but yeah, he and his partner started it and it wasn't Adam and Eve. I don't remember what they called it. But
it wasn't called Rubbers to You.
Did
they have a catalog?
Yeah, okay, so stick with me.
Okay, hold on. You have to stop because I'm going down a rabbit hole. I can feel it right now.
No, rabbit hole's fine. So they started out as this mail order rubber catalog. Essentially, you could
3 sizes: small, medium, and you're lying.
Small, medium, and jazz player. Jazz player.
You mean the basketball team or the music? Either. It's the 50s.
So then they were like, well, we're doing pretty good with mail order. Let's do some other mail order stuff. So they have a catalog. And what they discovered is that when they would put something a little risque, like anything that was so anything that, what do they call it? Not erotica, but so in this catalog, they had a bunch of mundane shit, essentially. But if they put
roughly the era, I'm still curious.
Late 60s, early 70s.
Oh, okay.
Is when they started doing that. When they were like, let's expand. We're doing pretty good with the mail order rubbers. Let's start a catalog other shit we can ship to your house. And they were doing pretty okay, but anytime they'd put anything even remotely related to sex, their phones would ring off the hook with people like, send this to me.
Yeah, I mean, late 60s, early 70s, that's got to be their wheelhouse, like Sexual Revolution, you know what I mean? Like, full bush is totally in vogue,
Yeah.
and people are just giving it away with weed at the drugstore.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
And
that's how you capitalize.
Well, they are realizing, shit, I think we need to just stop with the mundane shit. I am going to look up. I had it pulled up. Let's see. Yep. So Adam and Eve Adam and Eve itself was founded in 1970.
Okay.
And so they started just being like, all right, well, let's just get into this business. Now, what I didn't know, and that's all, that's really cool. You know, they're just like,
yeah.
Fuck it. You know what? You want wooden dildos and something that cures hysteria? We got it. And by cures your hysteria, you finally get to come.
You just need somebody to work the crank.
Yeah.
There's no batteries, so I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
like a car in the teens. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. Yep. That's
like an old biplane. You just need somebody else to get that fucker going. Off you go.
You can't get it going yourself and jump into the pilot's seat on this contraption for sure. You've got to be strapped in.
You mean this thing plugs directly in the wall? This is 1950. Those things spark for no reason now. Give me the crank. Anyway.
So what I didn't realize though about this guy is how honestly fucking cool he was. He wasn't just some pervert that was like, hey, you know what, we should get big old dildos for people to put in their ass. You know, it was this guy was really obviously big into the, you know, hey, sex positive. You want stuff for your ass? Sure, there's a pleasure demon that lives up in there, guys. Get to know your bodies. Go for it. Stick something up your ass. Ladies, whatever, you know, you like something that hums and he's not doing it. I got the cure. I got the cure for what ails you. Also, we have a warehouse of DVDs that no one will want.
Oh God. Buy anything. We'll send you 7 of these fucking, they're not even Blu-ray anymore. We'll buy, they always say, we'll send you 7 special gifts. You know, sure shit, it's 5 DVDs and 2 VHSs that have been sitting in a warehouse somewhere with rat urine all over them. And the stars of these are long since dead. They're his age. They're Phil's age.
They're Phil's age.
They're Betty White's age.
We're gonna send you 6 spicy movies. I'd rather you didn't. Just send me some lube, and maybe a personalized letter. I will take that. Dear Larry, really impressed with your purchase this time. Good luck. If you need help inserting it, I'd call a really good friend. Your buddy, fucking Phil. Thanks, Phil.
That was his nickname. That was his biker name. It's fucking Phil.
Fucking Phil.
Yeah.
But so he had started after they started making money, he started setting up large programs that delivered subsidized contraceptives in poor countries.
Oh, wow.
Because he was like, hey, people gonna fuck. Overpopulation is a problem. So let me start sending rubbers overseas. And so he started sending rubbers to countries that didn't have access to rubbers.
10 years before Hands Across America, he started Wrap It Up Haiti. He was just sending these all over.
So then after that started going well, and Adam and Eve started making even more money, he set up another foundation, the DKT International Family Planning and HIV AIDS.
The DKT?
Yep. DKT International, so it's Dickety. And Phil Harvey looks like Mr. Delicious.
Nice.
Yeah.
So if you did listen to that episode from a year and a half ago, whatever, that would Mr. Delicious. So he looks like a middle-aged dude with like horn rimmed glasses and like just like a hair parted on the left.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't
White
have the
guy.
glasses. Like he looks like
Okay.
Mr. Delicious without the glasses.
Okay, just like a middle-aged white dude
But I guarantee you
who is a CPA, basically.
that he carries a special briefcase full of items.
Full of rubbers for the third world. I got you.
Yeah, rubbers and dildos. Because people be fucking. But yeah, it's so it's Dickety Family Planning and HIV/AIDS Prevention Program.
Oh fuck! All right.
Yeah, so he's like, okay, here's another problem. I can help solve this problem. Or maybe not solve it, but I can do my part to try to prevent some bullshit.
Mhm.
Then also was the chief sponsor for the Liberty Project, which raises awareness about free speech issues in America.
Big fan of Phil.
He also, in 2015 there was a movie called Can We Take a Joke? It was a documentary, and it had like Penn Jillette and I think Jim Jeffries and Jim Norton and Gilbert Gottfried, and he was an executive producer. Phil executive produced this because he was a huge proponent for free speech. And he used profits from Adam and Eve to supplement the AIDS, everything for AIDS prevention. So this guy was amassing a fortune in rubber dicks.
I'm having a hell of a time. I usually only know how to make jokes out of misery, but this guy's awesome.
Right? This
I
dude
don't want
is.
to make fun of him.
Well, we'll have plenty to make fun of here in a second.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Because this,
I can't make mirth out of good ideas.
Right?
You know this. I'm the pain guy. You're the foresight guy.
yeah. Look, we're gonna take all this extra money, so I'm gonna pay my employees well. Yeah, there's like a city or a small town in California where he moved the Adam and Eve factory or warehouse or whatever.
Operation. Let's just say the operation.
The operation. And this town is it's such a small town, and he moved it there, one, because it's very nice, apparently.
A bunch of cum-covered, blissful people just followed him there.
But apparently,
will there be swimming pools? Oh yeah, they're heated. You'll be fine.
He employed like something like 65 or 70% of people in that tiny town.
Who doesn't want to live in Pornoville, California?
Right? We need a spicy movie tester. Well, check it out.
Think about the fucking parades this little town put on. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind if my daughter? I'm putting her up on my shoulders, but she can't see the big inflatable dicks. Do you mind just moving over to the left? Thank you very much. Oh yeah, here, honey, have a candy. We all take candy from strangers in Pornoville, California.
Yeah, we sure do, and it's all dick and vag shaped.
The weather today, moist but pleasant.
Exactly as moist as you want it.
Only town in Cali that isn't constantly dry.
But so slippery. It's so slippery. You got to be careful. It's why does every floor have a wet floor sign on it in this operation?
You got to wear your galoshes. Hey, can I get some rubbers? You need feet or dick? Both, please. Absolutely. Want a phosphate? Welcome to Pornoville, California.
Where everything's slippery but sticky at the same time.
We know. It seems like a cult. Please look around. No, we vote. No, it's not. It's not. Please.
Everything in this town smells like nickels and pennies. Why is that?
Because we deal with it. Because it's worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it here in Pornoville. So he also because I'm going to get to this because I love this.
I'm going for an ice cream down at the Buttpluggery. Sorry. Go ahead.
Cold Stone Creamery is not what you think.
Now I just want to replay The Sims again and build this town.
Right? Oh shit!
Look at those little bastards be fucking exhausted and happy the entire time.
So he served on the board for the National Coalition Against Censorship. Fought the U.S. government and New York State government on free speech and sex freedom.
Fucking hey.
But there it is. So in 1986, the Adam and Eve operation got raided by 37 fucking cops. And he had to defend himself against obscenity bullshit laws, thanks to the Reagan administration. So the Reagan administration was very much against what would be called obscenity. Because if you'll remember, they put Larry Flynt on trial.
Oh, well, yeah.
During that time. It's not that long ago that we were still telling people, no, you can't do that. And this guy, Phil's just like, dudes, I'm just selling rubber dicks to lonely housewives. I'm probably keeping marriages together. But they rated it. But what I find ironic is that they tried to shut Phil down, the Reagan administration. You know, Nancy Reagan,
Dare.
the woman.
Just say no.
No, but I was going to say the woman who had a reputation for being the best blow in Hollywood during her heyday before she met Ronnie.
What?
You haven't heard about that?
I'm very pleased that I don't know any of this, but I'll take it on.
Oh, yeah. Nancy Reagan was trending for a while on Twitter as with the hashtag throat goat because she was the greatest of all time. Apparently, she had a reputation. She blew so many people in Hollywood, and she had a reputation that if you wanted a good blowjob, you called Nancy.
Huh.
Blowjob Nancy is what her nickname was.
Huh.
Proponent of dare.
Today I found out.
Proponent of decency and family goodness, and proponent of forget the gays. Who cares if they're dying of AIDS? It's their fault. That awful woman spent most of her time in Hollywood underneath a desk.
Huh.
And I don't want anyone to think I'm shaming. I'm not shaming. You want to go out and blow 50 dudes? Go for it, Zig. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care.
There is a line forming on my patio.
Yeah.
But I just physically can't get on my knees yet. You know, I'm injured.
What you need is just a short stool and some determination. But yeah, I'm not sex shaming. You want to go out and fuck, who cares? Fuck whatever, and have fun. Just do as Phil Harvey would want you to do and wear a rubber and stick something in somebody's butt. But as long as it's consensual.
It's quite the eulogy.
What? Thank you. I've worked on that one. What I don't like, I don't care how much fucking you do. What I don't like is hypocrisy and making other people's lives miserable because of your fucking hypocrisy. Fuck the Reagans. God, fuck Ronald and Nancy.
Oval Office just full of jelly beans, dimension, blowjobs.
Yep. Oh, I'm sure that's how she calmed him down. Is she just loosened her jaw, opened her throat, and tasted the rainbow.
Sig and Larry ignore their own topic. We're going down a Nancy Reagan BJ hole.
Well, I just find it fascinating.
Yeah.
That
this is all new to me. So you've had this nugget in your heads.
Yeah.
So I love it when something comes out of one of our mouths that the other one just like completely oblivious to, because we're like bizarro each other. Like, you don't know about Nancy Reagan blowing everybody? Holy shit, buddy! Strap in.
Strap in, Nancy Reagan. Yeah, throat goat for like 2 weeks. It was just that was what was being talked about, and I find it again beautifully hilarious.
On Twitter, when was this? Like
beginning of December, I think. So I've been sitting on this one for a bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's just absolutely hilarious to me that the woman that blew all of old Hollywood was part of the Larry Flint's a sinner, and Phil Harvey, well, we can't let him be giving rubbers out to people.
Your breath smells like Gregory Peck, Milton Berle, and a smattering of other gentlemen.
Don't do drugs. Don't fuck around.
But gargle.
Yeah. Apparently I just think it's so. What fascinates me is that it wasn't that long ago that we were still like, oh, we have to look at obscenity laws. I mean, the fucking witch hunt for obscenity in music that Tipper Gore led, that we tend to like to forget about, because we always want to blame conservatives. We always want to blame Republicans, but fucking Tipper Gore, Al Gore's wife, led the charge against obscenity in music. Get fucked. That in video games too. Get fucked.
Yeah, get fucked. I feel like because like the more technology progresses, the faster it progresses. I feel like it's the same for the social norms and like the progressiveness as a society. Like it snowballs and gets quicker and quicker. Because like, I mean, you and I are of an age where things that we used to giggle at before, we realize now with all the new information that is not okay. Like you're just making people feel like shit for being themselves, and that's not okay. But like when we were kids, it wasn't those. It was easy to forget that those things were attached to human beings. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I don't know how
because so many times it was used as a punchline in the media that we consumed. Mm-hmm. And here we are all products of what we were surrounded by and what we experienced as kids. But what the difference is we, as we grew up, we realized, exactly as you put it, was beautifully put, that those things are, oh shit, attached to another human being. And that human being isn't hurting anybody. That human being just wants to live their life. So why in the fuck did I get upset or make jokes about that? You can be wrong in the past, but it's not because it was coming from a place of malice. It was coming from a place of ignorance.
Absolutely. I mean, like in my little town, I don't want to say I didn't know any openly homosexual people. There were definitely a few, and I know it's a trope, but the woman who taught ladies PE was definitely on the team. But it was very, and I think that my Spanish teacher too, but it was very like hush hush in this little town. Like everybody knew, but no, it was like a very don't ask, don't tell thing. Mm-hmm. But then, you take my little 18-year-old ass to a liberal arts college where I'm studying theater, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of we didn't even have any, we had one family of African Americans. All of a sudden, you're seeing a bunch of black guys walking around in Daisy Duke short shorts, and they'll have spiky hair, and they want to just sing in the chorus. I'm like, holy Christ, they're everywhere, and it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
and it's funny. I told on stage, I hadn't planned on it, but it just kind of worked its way into some of this new material that I'm working on. The first time I met John Lucas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And John Lucas was not only the first black person that I'd really ever known, but also the first gay person.
He was the prototype for RuPaul, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that he would go into the weight room and squat while wearing high-heeled boots.
And long fingernails painted silver.
Yeah. And then
that were not falsies.
Would put more plates on than the football players.
Yeah.
Squat that, rack it back up, snap, and call the football players bitches as he walked out.
That gentleman.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to him. I hope
Broadway.
that he is happy. Oh, really?
He was in New York.
Does that surprise me?
Because I'm like, okay, I really want to work some of that, how John Lucas kind of made me immediately, because when he looked at me, he's like, oh, because I was fresh off the farm, literally, I still had dirt on my boots. Yeah, I think I did, because the boots I was wearing. And he was like, oh, we gonna be friends? And I was like, okay. And I was just try to be cool. try to be cool. And then, I told that story on stage and it went over well. But yeah, I was looking up John Lucas a while ago because I was like, man, I just kind of want to send this dude a message and be like, hey, I don't know if you understand what kind of impact you had on me, but I appreciate what you did for me.
Yeah, he was great. First human, male human being I ever called mama on purpose without giggling, and he just responded with a hug.
Yeah.
Yeah. He. I remember. Well, we're going down a rabbit hole, but he very aggressively gave. Were you in the talk where he was like talking to all of the freshman men in Mills in the dorm? On like the first weekend about how you're going to meet a whole lot of gay guys and you better calm the fuck down or I'm going to beat the shit out of you, basically.
Yeah.
But it did it in a very like affectionate but alarming way. And I was like,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to like it here.
Yep. I remember that and was like, yes. Thank you, John Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You can ask questions, but you're aware that I can hurt all of you in a row. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. The fact that the man was not only a quality weightlifter, a dancer, and a martial artist, and could do it all and kick your ass in heels and really well done, classy makeup.
Was he I'm only 5'5". Was he just as physically tall as I'm remembering?
I think he was 6'7" in his heels. I think he was like 6'4".
Yeah, that's a big dude.
Yeah, he was a big dude. He was just a big dude, and then wandering around in those heels, he just towered over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, what did we learn today, Zig?
Wow. Okay, so let's just put an abrupt stop on that, shall we? Hold on, let me check me for whiplash. What did we learn?
Yeah, what did we learn
together? What did we
as
learn?
a team, as a family?
We learned that we missed out, and at some point in a little town in California, there was a town that we would have loved to have lived in, where every Dairy Queen has a glory hole, where hands are held, where the bench, you have to make sure which bench you're sitting on because there might be a butt plug attached to it, but they don't put those things up where homeless people can't sleep on them. And this town was called something, and we don't know the name of it, but we called it Pornoville, and Phil Harvey invented it, and it wasn't a cult, he promises. What do you think we learned?
Well, I know you learned that.
No, you made me do it. What did we learn?
What did we learn?
I know, it's a bitch.
It is. Damn it.
Yeah. Have a do it.
Hoisted by my own petard.
And I watched you do it.
We learned.
That was what Adam and Eve was almost called.
Yes, it was. They actually have a petard hoist for sale right now. And if you use promo code Zig and Larry, you can get.
The town was named Petard in California, and the team was the Hoisters.
Yes, you'll get.
That was not as funny as I thought it was going to be. In my head, it was brilliant.
50% off your entire purchase, free shipping, something free to go in your ass, and something free to go in your neighbor's ass, plus 43 spicy movies.
And one shitty one.
And you get to tell us which one.
43 spicy movies and a Betamax copy of Weekend at Bernie's 2 for some reason.
We learned, Zig, we together learned that I should not be given medical grade marijuana.
No.
That is designed to give one an appetite.
Mm-mm.
Because
you'll gnaw through the pantry.
Yeah, that's and then the next day, just get rid of it all. We also learned that apparently after New Year's Eve, my face is very shiny and puffy. This is really something. My skin looks
on you,
great.
Belle.
I do. It's not sweat though. I'm just buffed.
No, it's a glisten.
Yeah, not buff. I've buffed. Like
no, yeah, like there's a chamois attached to your head in a rapid fashion, back and forth.
Yeah, like I stopped at the Shoe Shine Boy and got myself fixed up before
and said, no, let's switch positions. I'll be done with my days, and you just hit the top of my head.
Yeah, could you help me with that? All right. Well, Guess what?
I love you.
I love you back. We did it! Everybody, we did it.
The best part's about hanging out with these guys.
God damn it, son of a bitch, motherfuck.